camera, so you'll be fine.
Yo, what's good?
We on?
We on, baby.
See, that's what I mean. I mean, it's stuff like that. It's stuff like that.
Dirty.
But I'm always good though.
We always ready, baby.
You know why? Because you only really feel embarrassed when you feel embarrassed.
Exactly.
That if it feels like you're supposed to do it, then you chilling. So I'm chilling because I did that on purpose. I knew that the camera was starting. I just wanted to turn how I wanted to turn. That's all it is,
Scholars, welcome to another episode of the Educated Brothers Podcast.
We back.
We back, baby.
We back. We got to get like an echo machine so when we do that, it's like echo.
Like you just do it, like do it yourself. Say something. Something. But as you guys can see, we have a guest today.
Yes.
We're going to let a guest introduce herself and plug her social media or anywhere you guys can follow her.
I'm not a big celebrity.
Oh,
Lord.
Lord.
You hear me? Mic check.
Go ahead.
So my name is Jessica. You can find me on social media at Your Majesty. I changed it. Your
Lord.
Majesty. So it's your _ MAJESSTY.
Nice. How you feeling today, Jess?
I'm feeling great.
How you feeling today, Dante?
I'll keep it short. You know, my answers can be long-winded.
Okay.
I'm good.
You good?
We'll leave it at that. Like scale of 1 to 10, I'm like an 8.
Okay.
I'm comfortable with that.
That's what's up.
Comfortable with that.
What's up. I like
How
that.
you, son?
How are you? That's the real question.
See, I know why she asking the way that she
that's
asking.
Why I'm here.
We gonna get into it, Jess.
Let me tell you something, though.
We gonna get into it.
This man has been harassing me for I don't know how long.
Why is that?
God.
Why is that?
To be here.
Yeah, people then, we're going to get into it. Don't worry, because there's a lot of backstory as to why. There's a couple of fans in this room for different teams, and let's just say we've all been in, similar circles when it comes to trash talking with teams. So we'll get into it. Y'all want to see.
Before we get into why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling, she said I've been harassing her. Mm-hmm. Yes, I've been asking this girl to come on the show because me and Jess talk about a lot, and she has a lot of interesting takes on things that I feel like the world should hear. That's why I've been trying to get her on this show.
Look at that.
But, people like to be punks and stuff. So yeah.
Punks, or I'm protecting my space, my energy. Okay.
I mean, that's a possibility.
Sure.
Listen, all it takes is one wrong thing to be said.
And it's a wrap. You're a meme.
And it's viral.
You're canceled.
I done said so many shit.
You know what I'm saying? But at this point, honestly, I've said this to him before. I feel personally that any publicity can technically be good publicity. Because, even if you get canceled,
haven't the Kardashians taught you anything?
Why are they canceled? And they'll at least watch it and then make a decision from there.
True.
So, it's like, that's why I still always shout out Mattel, because Uno's going to sponsor us one of these days. He tells us not to do that, but...
Get the toy deal. Barbie was a great movie. Nah, I'm not even gassing. Barbie was actually really dope.
Yeah, I heard a lot of people were upset that the song wasn't in it.
What song?
I didn't see the movie.
What song?
The Barbie song. Come on, Barbie, let's go party.
No, they remixed it.
Doesn't matter. The original wasn't in it.
They wasn't going to do it, though.
You got to understand who wanted to see the Barbie movie. People who were born in the 90s have been waiting for a Barbie movie for forever.
Well, that's true.
And that song has been out for forever.
That was dumb of them to expect.
Hey. That was a perfect marketing right there. That whole song could have got royalties. Man,
remember, Nicki Minaj remade that song, and that's what he used.
Well, that's the new
Barbie
one.
herself.
Yes, that's the new one.
The queen of barbs.
Of the barbs.
Of the barbs. But Jess was about to ask me something that she knows that I've been really sad about the last couple of days.
So let me tell you, right?
If we can get some sad music playing in the background for this,
let's get that going.
Yes.
So, wait, let me give a little background, because as a woman, we have to give disclaimers because people think we're automatically not qualified to talk about sports. So,
nobody thinks that here.
Maybe not in this room. But, so my background is in journalism. I've had my own sports radio show.
Shout out to that.
I worked for the NFL.
Look at that.
So I know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
You remember the
Who you work for?
Don't worry about it.
Put it out there. Who you working for?
Don't worry about it.
You can't pull out half the receipt. You know what I'm saying?
I'll spell it.
Yo, but it's backwards though.
They can figure it out.
I hope I can figure it out. I can't even see it in this
So, over the summer, I'm using one of the many apps that other people pay for, but I watch.
Yes.
And I'm watching Hard Knocks. I haven't watched Hard Knocks in a very long time. Like, the teams have been trash.
That's facts.
Maybe the Lions, but they failed during the season. But nonetheless, the teams have been really whack. I don't want to watch that. Mm-hmm. But you're telling me Aaron Rodgers said he's coming to New York? Wait, let's go back a little bit more.
Damn,
this man
son.
predicted that A-Rod was going to come to New York. Did you point that out?
I did.
I don't know how the graphics are.
A couple episodes ago.
I'm going to point here. Maybe you could
put Aaron right up there. Yeah, we put him right up there.
I tweeted that about 4 months before they actually made that trade.
You did? Because I don't know. I'll give him that.
And I
gave you guys reasons why it was going to happen. Yeah.
He did call it.
Why did you think that would happen? Because I really didn't see that.
No, it just made too much sense. Aaron needed help, and you could tell he still wanted to play. Mm-hmm. And the Packers drafted a quarterback with their first round pick. Mm-hmm. It made too much sense because the Jets had a team already built for somebody like him to step into and make them a contender. Our defense is really good. We had really decent receivers. We had great running backs. He just needed to step into it, and he did. And they made the deal. So I just knew it made too much sense for it not to happen.
Okay, so, that happened. So I'm like, great. So my sister is also a diehard Jets fan, as you know. Uh-huh. And so I've seen the suffering for years.
Yeah. Firsthand,
yeah. Right? So Aaron comes to New York. I'm invested. Hard Knocks, charcuterie booty board.
It's charcuterie.
Charcuterie board. You know what I mean?
Shout out to Tanza Smart.
So I'm like, this is great. I love it. I'm actually going to pull for them. So now I'm invested. I mean, they're not my team. Wrong shade of green. But
she's an Eagles fan, by the way.
Nice and clear. Yeah.
She could throw out that long and suffering part like they didn't just end their suffering like a couple years ago.
We've always been competitive, so let's not.
Whatever.
Let's not.
Anyway.
So back to the topic at hand. So I'm invested. We talking about it at work. We're like, yes, we're going to watch this game. So here goes Aaron. I'm like, all right, wait, what was that? The first thing that came to my mind, two people, Mike Greenberg and you. I was like, they're dying right now.
I didn't even want to text him when I saw that, yo.
I had a pit in my stomach, so I can't imagine what you felt. I didn't even hit you up. Because I'm just like, I don't even know what to say at this point.
And then I didn't want him to think that I was being an asshole by like, yo, everything all right? Because the way he was talking, I know he was up here. When I saw it happen, I'm like, maybe he's going to come back. Maybe it'll just be a game.
Right.
So, listen.
So how are you, friend?
Truth be told, these last 48 hours have showed me that I'm more of a Jets fan than I ever thought I was. Mm-hmm. When I tell you that this shit has been affecting my personal life, the Tuesday morning I woke up. You ever had your heart broken?
Yeah.
Don't you laugh back there. Steve, don't you laugh back there.
That's messed up.
So I'm not joking. I woke up Tuesday morning like, yo, this can't be reality. Mm-hmm.
It had to be a dream, right?
Yo, I swear to you. And then I looked at my girl, shout out Big Pooh. She held me down. I'm like, babe, did that shit really happen last night? She was like, I know. I'm like, nah. Like,
he just, it was just, they were playing, right? That scripted commercial that you see was part of the script. That's what we thought, right?
So I thought it was just going to be a Tuesday thing. Till I woke up this morning feeling the same fucking way. And I'm like, I watch SportsCenter and get up before I usually leave out to go to work. And like you said, like, they'll give you some insight. A lot of Jet fans don't like Mike Greenberg. We think he's one of the phoniest Jet fans. He doesn't like jump ship when we do bad. His thing is he's one of those Jets fans that's always critical of the team, even when they don't deserve the criticism. Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they deserve the praise, and he's still being very critical.
No, he's doing it now because fans have been calling him out for it for the last couple of years.
Okay.
So what the biggest broadcaster that Jet fans usually go towards is Rich Eisen. Mm-hmm. Rich Eisen's also a diehard Jets fan. We relate with him because he acts like one of us. Mm-hmm. But here or there, I don't truly have a problem with Mike Greenberg. You can be a fan however you choose to be a fan. Just don't be a fucking
Flip-flop.
flip-flop. I don't like fucking bandwagoners. That shit bothers me.
Yeah, you gotta
Because
go
then
through
you got people walking up to me because I moved over the weekend. You got people walking up to me because I'm moving in my Jet shirt. They're like, "Did you just become a Jets fan?" I'm like, "If you don't get the fuck out my face."
First of all,
like, do you know what I did? Like, you don't know me, dog.
Don't do
Right,
that.
don't do that.
Hey,
One of the dudes
That
in
was
my
at the
building
time.
said that shit to me. I'm like, dog, you don't know, bro. I would knock you the fuck out for asking me
your
that.
backstory literally could be like the villainous backstory.
Seriously.
Like, you've been a Jets fan your whole life.
Yeah, man. So
I mean, I
This
met
is
you
the-
in high
this is
school.
the making
and
of villains.
I don't like high school is like a blur to me. But
Yeah.
one of the vivid memories that I have is we had a cooking class together. Do you remember this?
yes.
And I
Good
remember
old
you.
cooking
And
class.
this is when people used to wear like the baggy 4X
Yeah.
t-shirts with the baggy jeans. That's like
The
three,
old Mavis.
The Mavis.
three sizes too big.
That's one of my fancy team names, Fubu and Amavis.
So that's how I met you. You were like, I remember you. Like it goes together. It's synonymous. Like you and the Jets are like synonymous.
Hand
So
in
that's what
hand.
I remember you like wearing all the time. Like you never like flip flop. Like you've always been a Jets fan.
So, going back to Monday, Tuesday was insane. Like, I literally worked from home on Tuesday.
Yeah. Damn. He had the choice to go into work. He was like, nah, man.
Not
do it.
today.
I have a severe injury in the family, man. Can't come in today.
So when I Steve is killing me, bro. Well, when I woke up, life is not fair. When I woke up today, like the stages of grief were crazy. This is going to sound insane, but like I said, this is how I had to realize how much of a Jets fan I am. How I felt yesterday is how I felt when that shit went down in 2019. I'm not joking. You know what I'm talking about. Dante knows what I'm
I
talking
know what
about.
you're talking about.
So I had to come to realization, like, holy fuck, I'm too much of a Jets fan. I should not be feeling this way. Like, to be there, because I was at the game, to watch it happen before he even fell, when he stood up, I don't know if the TV camera showed this. When he stood up, he shook his leg. Go ahead.
When I saw the play,
Yeah.
I'm not going to be one of those kind of guys like, oh, I knew it would. I swore it was his Achilles because the way if
could
he
tell
was
the extension.
if he was younger,
Yeah.
it wouldn't. I promise you, he would have been.
Have you
fine.
seen the video since?
Nah.
You can actually see the
But
pop.
when you see, like, when you
really?
see him
Yeah.
running, you can see his foot, the way it digs into
It's
the turf,
stuck in the turf.
and like the way that his leg extends. Your Achilles ain't supposed to do that.
So if
like
you-
his foot was planted and his leg kept going forward.
If you look at the video, you can see the exact moment it pops. So, well, obviously, we're at the game.
yeah,
So we're being fed because we're not in our phones looking at what's up.
y'all not hearing the.
They're telling
commentators.
us he's questionable. It's an ankle injury.
They did say that on the television as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
They did say that.
So-
we heard that. Yeah,
In my mind, I'm like, oh, we Gucci. He missed 2 or 3 games.
right.
We're fine. The game continues to go on. So I played football. When I saw, because they tried to hide it, and I don't understand why the Jets did this because it's Monday fucking night football. You know the camera's over there. Y'all see how they just put the cart to the side, right?
Yeah.
They literally waited, because usually if they do that, they'll either like cut the commercial break or do some other shit. They
showed him getting carted off,
but they
for us.
they slow rolled the cart out of the thing, and they parked it there, and they had it sitting there for like 10 minutes before they actually pulled him onto it. They didn't want us to see it because they knew. When I tell you guys, I've been to 8 Jet games. There's never been a fucking atmosphere as electric as it was
You can tell
at the
even
start of that fucking game.
Yo,
over the
that
television.
joint
Yo.
sounded,
You
yeah,
can-
that's what I'm
you can
saying. That joint
tell.
sounded
Like,
wow.
For it to be on
That joint
9/11,
happened.
bruh.
Silence. It
Yo.
was like, I think you
The
even
air
said
was
like,
sucked
yo, the
out.
air was literally
The-
sucked out of that
everybody
whole
was like-
stadium.
Let me tell you
In
how
disbelief.
let me tell you how this shit went. We're all on 1,000 because the way they produced that shit, Method Man introduced the entire team. Did they show that on TV?
Nah.
No, I knew he was there.
So
but-
Method Man actually introduces them out.
Queen Latifah.
She didn't talk.
Oh, but
She was
sang.
there.
She was
though.
there.
Okay.
Did she
So-
sing though?
No. They one of the police officers sung the national anthem.
Oh, okay.
Method Man, the last 3 people he introduces, Brees Hall, Everyone loves Brees Hall.
Yeah, me too. Shout out to fantasy football.
Garrett Wilson. Because they flip-flop. One game they introduced the offense, one game they introduced the defense. Mm-hmm. So it was Brees Hall. Everybody screamed, Brees. Garrett Wilson comes out right after him. Crowd erupts. Mm-hmm. Aaron Rodgers comes out last.
With the flag.
Roof off. Roof already gone.
Remember back in the day when the Kings used to play, they would show the decimals?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That shit hit 120.
Had to.
You hear my voice. I'm just now getting it back. Mm-hmm. Crazy. We're going fucking nuts.
Yeah.
You can watch the Bills sideline. They knew, even without, like, before any of that shit happened, they knew they were losing that game.
Yeah.
There was no way the fucking Jets were going to lose that game. Mm-hmm. The atmosphere was nuts. I've never been in a situation where one instant, and it's not during the play, because remember, he stood up initially.
Yes, he did.
It's when he dropped back down.
And his face said it all. I knew exactly when he sat down. It's like...
Remind you, we can't see it.
It's like that look when you just know. It's like...
It was acceptance. Like, he just sat down and he just sat there. It was just like...
Because
he knew exactly what it was.
He tried to stand up and he shook his leg. And then he fell.
Yeah.
When he shook his leg, I looked at the dude next to me, random person I've never met in my life. I'm like, yo, he's done for the season. Dude goes, why would you say that? I'm like, the way he shook his leg and the way he fell, that's not an ankle injury.
Because he didn't even limp.
Because if it was most football players, to let the team know, hey, it's not that deep, it's just ankle, he would have hobbled his ass to the sideline.
Yeah, he needed help.
He
needed
took like
help.
2 steps and was like, oh shit.
Yeah, he couldn't
sat
walk.
right down. Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm like, at that, the first initial thought in my head was, are we really fucking cursed?
I was going to ask you about that. Do you believe that?
Now I do. I swear to God I didn't before that play. I'm like, shit happens. We just happen to be one of the teams that haven't won. But for this to happen on the 4th play of the game...
I ain't going to hold you, bro. I didn't want to think it. But, yo, it's just like, I was like looking at the track record. Because y'all have a good track record. It's just that there's always... something. Right. It's never like every team's have something that happen, they get through the adversity or whatever, but y'all be having stuff happen that don't make sense as to why. Like the butt fumble, for example. There's really no way that should be as prolific of a play as it is. Like,
I'll give you even more crazy.
I mean, it's that deep, but it's not that deep for them to drag it the way that they have.
I'll give you even crazier instances that happened with the Jets. For as much as they protect quarterbacks now in the NFL, the Jets have had 2 roughing the passes penalties called for us. 2 in the last 12 years.
Oh, wow.
That's nuts.
That's crazy.
Zach Wilson got obliterated one play.
Yes, I know exactly which play you're talking about.
And they called nothing.
That's true.
Nothing. And then proceeded to call offensive pass interference or defensive pass interference when it was on y'all.
Fucking... In that same game, Josh Allen ran 4 yards in front of the line of scrimmage and threw the pass. And they called it a touchdown. And he's clearly in front of... Like, it's not, it was a bang-bang play. He was 4 yards ahead of the line of scrimmage. They reviewed it and still called it a touchdown. Everything that could have possibly went wrong in that game was going wrong.
And y'all still won.
Right. The defense won the game for you.
And I think...
Facts.
I think...
It's not that good.
That is not it. He is not it.
Listen.
Okay, we'll get to that.
As Jet fans, we all have to collectively rally around him. We can't allow ourselves to be down. Mm-hmm. We were good in knowing that Zach was about to just be sitting on the sideline for the next 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
He got to do it. I'm honest with both of y'all. I didn't expect the Jets to win the Super Bowl this year.
Okay.
I thought
That's honest.
AFC Championship game, max.
Okay.
Now, we get into the playoffs, I'm Gucci. It's been 12 years, and it's crazy to even say that. It's been 13 years, excuse me. And it's insane to say that because I don't feel like it because they went to the AFC Championship 2009 and 2010.
Yeah.
So the fact that it's been that long is like, damn.
Right.
Like, we have not been to the playoffs since.
Yeah.
They constantly keep showing that clip when the Jets beat the Cowboys in 2011, and to realize, as good as we were that season, they did not make the playoffs that year.
Yeah.
So that shit fucks with me sometimes. I'm like, there's no way. Then you think of 2016 when Brandon Marshall and Eric Decker were there. Mm-hmm. People forgot, as good as Fitz played that whole year, he bombed out the last 3 games. We didn't make the playoffs that year.
He's Mr. Fitz magic until it gets cold, and the magic is gone from there.
So I'm like, fuck. So like she said, I predicted this shit was going to happen as far as us getting Aaron Rodgers. the build-up. Then we are signing people around him. Mm-hmm. We signed Dalvin Cook. You couldn't fucking tell me the Jets weren't going to the AFC Championship game. You could not tell me. So to watch all that shit just
done.
You know why I laugh so hard? Because I don't know if you saw this episode, but there's an episode maybe 2 or 3 episodes ago where this man brought up Dalvin Cook getting signed. Shout out to our producer back there, Steve already knows.
I was in there dancing.
Had a whole bunch of drops because he was losing his shit when he found out about Dalvin Cook. Like, I felt so bad when I saw that happen because I was like, yo, he was so excited. I was excited for him.
Right.
Because, like, I'm a Knicks fan. When it comes to basketball. So I know what struggle is like. Mm-hmm. I know what struggle is like. So when I seen like, oh, yo, a New York team, they getting it together. We ain't seen the New York team winning nothing since like the Giants. Like, yo, we here. Right. And then yes. Yo, bro, when it happened, I'm not going to lie, I didn't believe that it was really happening. Like,
it's unbelievable.
I was like, there's no way. Like, that was like, what, 4 plays?
4 plays.
It was literally the 4th play.
I was like, okay, I've seen bad blocking. You get tackled. Yo, to have him be done for the season. Right. After that, yo, I don't even like, and he knows I'm quick to crack a joke.
Right. This is not.
I can't even crack a joke at him. Like, yo, I feel bad.
I really do.
Some jokes were cracked, but for the most part, everybody was hitting me up like, "Dog, are you good?" And I had to be real with them. I'm like,
this was it. This was it.
Like, dude, I know. Like the anticipation was just off the charts.
The sadness, like I'm not joking. I damn near cried yesterday. Like,
I believe it.
I'm like, for real, dog. Like, it makes you question everything. Like, my loyalty to the Jets is insane. So this is probably the most hyped I've ever been going into a season, because even those 2 years with Mark Sanchez, they were unexpected. Mm-hmm. No one expected the Jets to be that good soon.
Right.
Everything's on the line for us. Y'all see how good our fucking defense is.
Right.
That's the one thing that's weathered the storm. I'll say that. Like, even though it's been offensively been crazy, y'all defense has been holding up over the years.
You see how fucking good Breece Hall is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That man had 100 yards on 2 carries.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
I know. That's insane.
Bro, that stat is ridiculous. And it was 2 carries on 100+ yards on a good defensive running team.
And he had
that wasn't an easy team to be running 100 yards on 2 carries.
And he had 25 receiving yards. So Breece, Dalvin coming to spell
really
him.
Well.
Yes, he did.
He played really well. He was getting it.
And all this shit was supposed to come together,
right.
Bro. And I'm like, yo.
Today I got a little, like, it came back again. I was listening to, I think it was SportsCenter, and they were interviewing Wilson, and he told him, "I'm sorry, kid."
That shit,
man.
Yo. It gave me Iron Man, the Spider-Man vibes. Like, when they was holding each other, it's like, yo,
I lied.
I'm sorry, kid. I was like,
I'm sorry.
Damn.
I apologize. I just lied to y'all. I said I almost cried.
He did.
I did.
He shed that glory tear.
Exactly for what you... I shared... I don't know if y'all saw my post on Instagram earlier. I shared that. And I literally, like... Because when I read it, I'm like... I was just finally feeling like, all right.
Yeah,
we're going to be all right.
Right.
And then that shit came out.
Kick you in the heart with that. Like, I'm sorry, kid. Like, damn.
Like, why, bro?
I was good.
Right.
And then to actually see the actual interview of him saying it.
Right.
Because he was like, they went back at halftime, and the first thing he did was run to the trainer's room, was like, yo, you good? And he immediately was like, yo, I'm sorry, kid. He knew right then and there he was done. Yeah. I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me.
That's crazy.
So, I'm going to channel that energy into positivity. It sucks because I'm taking my brother to Dallas this weekend. Because my brother's a Cowboys fan.
Right.
I mean, y'all defense is still there.
Your defense is good.
And not for nothing, like, all jokes aside, if you needed a serviceable quarterback, because with the team y'all have...
Let's talk about quarterbacks. So, I sent this to you already, but let's go through it real quick. So, I'm not sure if you've seen it, but ESPN went through... few quarterbacks that they think would be acceptable.
I did see that.
So, a few names I threw out, but I was joking. But they actually put him on there. Mm-hmm. Cam Newton.
No.
Why not?
No.
Why not?
Cam wouldn't fit into the style of offense we run.
That's fine. I'll take that.
Carson Wentz is on that list.
If they went,
I think so.
If they went after Carson, that would make sense.
Carson Wentz proved if he's got the personnel, yeah, he's pretty good.
That would make more sense than Cam Newton.
Matt Ryan.
Fuck no.
Nah.
Why?
Leave that alone.
He should have retired.
Matt
3 years
Ryan
ago.
proved when he was on the Colts. It's nothing against him. He just ain't got it. He just ain't got it.
We all thought it was Atlanta not having the team.
Nah,
Matt's
it's
done.
just Matt.
Yeah.
Okay, my personal favorite, Nick Foles.
Fuck no.
the
See, y'all saying that.
problem?
Did you see Nick Foles last year, the year before?
That's what I said. Give me a second.
Because I remember Nick Foles was Matt Ryan's backup in Indianapolis.
Yep, and Matt Ryan got benched and Nick Foles didn't do shit. Yeah, nah, he's on the song.
He had that one game he threw 50 yards.
I know why she loves Nick Foles. We get why she loves Nick
And that's
Foles.
okay.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's
I get
okay.
it.
But no. No,
All right,
thank
this
you.
guy, I don't even know who he is.
Who?
Number 7.
On the Rams?
No.
DiNucci. Ben DiNucci.
Oh, nah. Yeah, that'd be a good look.
As a backup.
I
wouldn't sign him with expectations that he's going to start with that.
I said serviceable. I think he'd be serviceable.
I would sign him as if anything happens to Zach, he could step in. So that I would understand that.
All right, this is a big controversial one. Colin Kaepernick.
I don't know what he can do.
No.
Like I want him. I want that brother to succeed. Trust me. But I don't know what he can do.
I want Colin back in the NFL, but it wouldn't be the right fit. Same reason why Cam wouldn't be the right fit.
It's New York. It would be too much chatter.
Oh yeah,
and it would
headlines for days.
I mean,
Right.
the only good thing about it would make us forget about Aaron Rodgers being hurt. But,
It would. It really would.
It really would.
but yeah, nah,
Joe Flacco.
fuck no.
Did y'all have him on the team?
last
I was
year.
about to say,
He knows the system already.
No,
You feel me?
No, thank you.
if he could throw more than 15 yards, I say yes.
No,
But Joe
thank you.
Flacco, nah.
All right, Bryce Perkins.
I haven't seen enough of his game tape. I think he used to play for the Rams. I think he was
Yes.
like a backup for Stafford. Yeah, I haven't seen enough of his game tape.
I don't even know
so
who
I
that is, but go
I'm
ahead.
rooting for everyone black, so.
Oh, it's a black quarterback?
Yeah.
but no.
This dude, I don't even know him. Trevor
Trevor Simeon?
Yeah, I don't.
Yes.
Serviceable.
Yes.
Who is he? I don't
Trevor Simeon started for the Broncos after Peyton Manning retired.
And a backup for the Saints. Who that?
Because once Peyton left, I said, not paying attention. All right, Colt McCoy. I like Colt McCoy. He's okay.
Colt
I like
McCoy
Colt McCoy.
Colt
I
McCoy
like
is a
Colt
solid
McCoy.
backup. I
I
feel
like
like
Colt
if he
McCoy.
had to come in and play, he would be
I
out.
feel like he's another one that if you give him the right stuff, I think he'll be serviceable. I think he's a decent quarterback.
Now,
he just has never had
under-
really anything.
Around.
Exactly.
Understand,
Exactly.
in the questions you're asking, I'm not saying who's better or who's not. I'm saying fit and overall what our scheme is.
Right.
That's why I'm answering these questions off. Colt
Right.
McCoy is not a better
It's not
quarterback.
about talent.
No.
Right. It's
You-
about
you-
I'm just putting it out there.
No, listen,
Right.
if no one can understand what you're saying based on when you're explaining it in that moment, that's on them. That's not on you. You don't
Yeah.
got to over-explain it to them. Trust
Right.
me.
Anymore?
No, so
Nah, that was it.
So for you, you're sticking with Zach. He's your guy.
We have to. There's no choice.
This is always a choice.
No, it's not.
Right, there's always a choice.
At quarterback, it's not. Because if
She just
you,
ran off, what, 7, 8 of them?
if you don't bring in somebody who's played this system before, which all the quarterbacks but
Clearly,
one,
Zach Wilson hasn't played the system either.
but what have they been doing for the last 6 months, Dante?
Trying to show him the system.
Cut it out. As much as people want to kill Zach had a really good game.
I mean,
don't
Because
think so.
no,
I'll say he had
all right,
y'all won.
and
Right,
you know,
y'all won, but it
we-
wasn't because of Zach.
I'll break it down for you guys, and because we got to wrap up soon. Everyone saw that interception, and it was like, "Oh, what the fuck is that?" If you look at 2 plays before, and this is what he has to stop doing, they ran that same play, and he completed the pass to Lazard. In Zach young ass mind, if he sees something work, he thinks that, oh, if I do it again, it's going to work again. The mistake he made was he looked Matt Milano off that first time and got the pass there. Since they didn't run it right afterwards, when they ran it again 4 plays later, he thought, I can hit this shit again. Zach has too much trust in his arm. He has a big arm. But that's why I love Aaron Rodgers being there, and that's why even with Aaron being hurt, the best thing for Zach is going to have Aaron on the sideline with him. Because Aaron will be that voice in his ear like, yo, you don't have to try to bail it out every play. Y'all seen it. Before Aaron got hurt, that second down play, instead of him trying to make something out of nothing, what he do?
He threw it out of bounds.
Threw that shit right out of bounds.
I was proud of him in those
And
moments when he threw it out of bounds.
Did y'all hear the
Yeah.
sarcastic ass applause that the crowd did? Because Zach Wilson doesn't do that shit.
Well, he needs to get... Listen,
But he did it. It was a point in the game. He actually did it. So he's learning. He threw that interception. But go look at the rest of that game. I'm not saying Zach won us that game because even the fucking touchdown pass that Garrett Wilson caught, it was a bad pass.
It was.
But Garrett Wilson,
Yeah,
that was all Garrett Wilson.
for
That
sure.
was all Garrett Wilson.
Y'all got
The
to
catch was amazing.
That
That's-
and the prayer.
people have to understand the nuances of football. That is not just what you see. The quarterback has to make checks. The quarterback has to read the defense and put everybody in their spots. None of those plays that were ran, even if they were runs, were the actual plays that were called. You can see him calling audibles in the huddle. We're there to witness it, so you can see him doing the checks and all that shit. That's a lot. That's some shit.
It is a lot.
That's some shit he wasn't doing last year or the year before. So to see him taking that step up now, am I saying that fucking Zach Wilson is going to win the Jets the Super Bowl? Absolutely not.
Okay, good. Just want to make sure.
But as far as who's available, he's our best option right now. Because
I mean, I'm gonna have to respect that.
if you
Right.
bring
That's all I
anybody
can
else
do.
in now, they're going to have to learn the team and the system, which then puts us in the position that if they try to start that person, we might start to take the first 5 games 1-5, and that's when they're first 6 games, 1-5, and they're trying to avoid that. Realistically, for as hard as our schedule is for the next 7 weeks,
So who do we have? You guys have.
we play Dallas this week,
The Patriots.
Patriots, and then Kansas City 4th game.
That's offensively going to be challenging.
Yeah.
I don't think their defense isn't as scary.
No, but
It's going to
and
be
don't get
Patrick
twisted.
Mahomes
But don't get it
trying
twisted.
to go off.
If Detroit proved anything this week, Mahomes is going to be Mahomes,
Yeah.
but he has no weapons.
Yes.
Yep. It's about time that Mahomes got exposed. Exposed. I need some sound effects. I need some exposed.
And the even
Hiding
crazier,
behind Kelsey all these years.
and the even crazier part is, as good as Patrick Mahomes is, this man,
I see.
as good as he
I wonder if
is.
there's a little pent up aggression for some odd reason. I don't know.
Yeah, why is that? Where's that coming from? But as good as Mahomes is, he also proved on Thursday last week he can't read a defense still.
Yeah.
And that's nuts.
Yeah.
I know.
That's insane.
Yeah, because as long as everybody praise that little baseball slide throw he do, you don't got to do nothing else.
So, but like I said, I think the Jets are still can sneak into the playoffs and see how
Based
it
on
goes.
y'all division, yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So-
But with all that being said,
Listen,
But we with you. We got you. We rooting for them.
yeah, yo, I'm not gonna hate. I'm not
We're
no
gonna hate.
jokes, no jokes.
I'm gonna
And
be
it's
nice
still
to
too
you
early.
for the next.
At least the next week. At least the next week. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll let it fester a little bit
Right,
longer.
just a little bit, and then we back to the regular programming.
listen, I appreciate y'all. But before we head up out of here, plug your social media again, Jess, one more time for the
So it's
audience.
your _ MAJESSTY. Your Majesty.
Listen, boom. You want to come back again?
What? What was that?
Are you going to come back for another episode?
What happened?
Whatever. Listen.
That means if you ask her nicely, then maybe she'll come
Whatever.
back.
I'm gonna just have Dante hit you up. I ain't ask your ass no more. But on that note, scholars, it's been real. We'll catch y'all the next episode.
Yep.
No talent beats. Play us out, baby.
No silent beats.